What's heroes? This video will respect the Shanquella Robinson case, and explicitly I needed to discuss the reality for some of you that may not know that the legitimate group addressing Shanquella Robinson's family, lawyers Ben Crump and Sue Ann Robinson, are planned to meet with White House authorities 1 week from now. Well, this shouldn't imply that they will meet with the president. An article came out yesterday by means of WCNC, and it says it's been 5 months since 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson headed out to Cabo with a gathering of phony companions. The following day, on the 29th, she was dead with a wrecked neck and a relished spinal rope. Mexican specialists are researching the instances of murder after a video surfaced appearance Shanquella Robinson on November the 16th being fiercely beaten during the excursion. You realize they recorded the capture warrant and have mentioned removal for one American resident, the attacker, the culprit, D3ath Jackson. Up to this point, no captures have been made, and Shanquella Robinson's family ventured out to Washington with their legitimate delegates to ask the U.S. government to mediate in the circumstance. Now the lawful group are saying they're meeting with the White House authorities 1 week from now, saying that it's regarding time the U.S. moves forward and steps in so the family can get the equity they merit. Our anxiety and the direness for this situation is that equity postponed could become equity denied, in light of the fact that each day that disperses, each second that disseminates, observers' recollections blur, actual proof disseminates. Well, that is a statement from Sue Ann Robinson. Currently, Sue Ann Robinson gone down to Mexico on a reality-finding mission all alone. In any event, visiting the various state manor, Linda 32 at Shanquella Robinson and the Cabo 6 arena, she says, simply getting there I was going through the feelings of wow. Shanquella was all en route to this excursion, likely envisioning what an astonishing time she planned to have, what a delightful spot she was in, and what a celebratory state of mind she was presumably in, never knowing unexpectedly that she would meet her passing there. He said Mexican specialists told her that the case is vital for them. We've seen in any case clearly they began investigating the femicide case once they learned about this video that was delivered on the grounds of Winston-Salem State College on November the 16th, which spread like quickly. That is the point at which they changed their examination from a liquor-harming passing case to a criminal examination, and afterward by then they had an observer come in to survey the video that had circulated around the web and recognized the assailant in the video, and that individual is the vitally suspect that Mexican specialists have recognized during their examination. No different charges have been recorded. Well, that is the odd part. We have found all of the other travel mates. We have not connected with them yet. We know that not even one of them are in care. Sue Ann Robinson said they are resting in their beds around evening time. They're not in authority anyplace. She said they need the U.S. government to mediate to either remove the individual recognized, which is D3ath Jackson, or request a simultaneous ward to do their own examination. She says just the U.S., the most elevated office, the president, the branch of state, truly has the position to do those things and has the power to tell the Division of Equity to share with the top of the FBI. You really want to focus on this case. She said the lawful group is expecting to figure out the situation with the case 1 week from now. The reason for the gathering is basically to find out where the U.S. organization is in the convention. The convention dictates that the state office must have correspondence with Mexican experts to either start a removal cycle, which would then create a government case in the U.S. Sue Ann Robinson said they don't anticipate withdrawing. I love it. Our administration would rather not set a trend that you can kill residents abroad and afterward escape back home and pull off it. We are requesting an elevated degree of political mediation, and on the off chance that we don't get it by the 200 days, then, at that point, we'll need to request stronger. Sue Ann Robinson expressed assuming there's no move initiated by the U.S. in no less than 200 days of Shanquella Robinson's passing, they intend to apply much more tension and hold a greater exhibition of the Capitol magnificent. Obviously I needed to go crunch the numbers since I needed to understand what day that was. On day 100, which I did a video on, was on February the 6th of 2023. Day 200, assuming my estimations are right, is on May the 17th of 2023. Presently, I was not exactly dazzled by the White House press secretary's reaction with respect to the inquiries posed about Shanquella Robinson. It was a cop-out. She behaved like she truly didn't have any idea What she was referring to it was actually very humiliating for the White House honestly, and I'm trusting that a gathering with authorities regardless of who those authorities are can push this case ahead. This is totally ludicrous. This has continued excessively lengthy for all intents and purposes, and like she expressed the way things are you realize proof vanishes or blurs individuals' recollections. Get transformed from the things they hear versus the things they've seen. That happens a ton in cases. It's sort of odd assuming that you've at any point concentrated on a case like that where individuals start to recall things that they've heard individuals discuss rather than what they truly saw, and it turns into a huge issue. So I simply needed to get this data out there, and I have a few different recordings that I'm dealing with yet. My last video just got hung up and it consumed me a huge chunk of time to get it out. However, at long last it transferred, and I'm great. So I trust everyone has an extraordinary day, and on the off chance that you haven't previously bought in, feel free to hit that chime for warnings to have an extraordinary day, folks. Gratitude for observing.